Good evening, folks. All kinds of nifty problems I'm having here. Can't seem to get my camera working again. I don't know what's wrong with it. It works and then it doesn't. And then it works and then it doesn't. So I don't know what to tell you. I can't seem to keep anything working longer term. I don't know. I've done all sorts of deactivate, activate. I've killed stuff, brought it back. I've done everything I can think to do. I can get it working and it works for a little while and then it just quits. And so we are without a camera. We are without video at all. I don't know what's going on. I have no video. I don't know why this is happening. I'm having problems, and I don't think we're going to be able to continue. Yeah, this isn't going to work. I'll have to kill my droid cam and try to do it again. At least this is teaching me a lot about what I'm working on or trying to do. Can you guys hear me at all? Anybody hear me at all? Will have anything? Is anybody there? So you guys can hear me now. Okay. I don't have a camera. It is not working. It will not work. I can't get it to work no matter what I do. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. I don't know what's wrong. I can't figure it out for some reason. I've tried deleting it and putting it back and deleting it and putting it back and deleting it and putting it back, and it works once in a while and once in a while it doesn't work. There's something wrong. I don't know what is wrong, but whatever it is, it's keeping me from being able to do my job here. My Dynalite seems to be working. That's the only part I have working. All right, so we'll do this again. You guys can hear me. You can hear. I'm going to throw this phone in the garbage. It's done. It's over with. My relationship with that phone is done. All right, so I have my bag like I usually have. It's not a cable because it's internet based. It's based on Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is working. And the Wi-Fi on the phone was working a few minutes ago, and I don't know. I don't even understand it. I don't know enough about this to. It's telling me that DroidCam is active. Maybe that's what I should do. Just turn off. Okay, let's see if that did it. Okay. That's got it, but things are just backwards from where it belongs. Let's see if I can get things situated again here. If I can get things situated. I'm sorry about this. This stuff quit working properly about 3 weeks ago, and I've not been able to get it to work right since. There's that. Let's see. Get that pulled back down to size and move it to there and get this. Okay. This might actually work. I don't know. We'll try. We'll try it and see how this does. Okay, I seem to have enough light to get things working. So, all right, so let's try this. Let's try this and see if this works. All right, so I have a bag full of names here. These names. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? All right, we're going to have to cancel this. I can't do it. I don't know what's going on. I can't do this, and I'm just going to have to kill this and move on. I don't know. I can't keep my cameras working. I can't keep my internet working. I can't keep anything working. I don't know what the problem is. Just a bad day, I guess. I was doing fine when I was with, and that's another thing. I don't understand why my reveals were working fine, but this doesn't work at all. Well, let's see. Yeah, that cam doesn't work here either. So it isn't that. I don't know. I'm not one for wasting a bunch of people's time, and that's what I think we're doing right now, because I'm not getting anywhere with this very quickly. And as it appears, we're going to end up just not being able to do this. Well, yeah, I've tried. I've rebooted the computer a few times. I don't have anything open other than what I'm working in. Everything else is closed. My internet seems to come and go for some reason, but it seems to be fine. I can't make it go away, but then I don't know. This camera doesn't. This camera wants to work when it wants to work, and I don't understand why. It's. I don't understand why it's giving me a fit. So, let me see here. Shut the Wi-Fi off on this phone again. Clear everything. Turn the Wi-Fi back on. It's connected. Now go back to Droid Cam. Restart my Droid Cam. And there we go. What do you know? I have a camera again. This is very bothersome. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can make this happen this time. I also have, as you can see, I'm very seamlessly just running through this, so you've got to keep up with me here. I also have extra chips. Extra chips being that you can win $10 on your next purchase. And that's 3 times. You can win a bonus. Bonus means that when I draw the bonus chip, then I draw your name, you get an extra coin. That happens 1, 2, 3, 4 times during the draw. And then also 4 times during the draw, we play the game. The game is, I pick a game chip, then I pick a name. The name that I draw with the game chip gets to play the game. If that person is present, they get to play it live. What they're going to play is I draw a coin, and they tell me whether or not the next coin in the box is going to be higher or lower based on the date on the coin. If it's the same, the player wins and keeps going. If it's higher and the player calls lower, then they lose, they get that coin, and then we're done. If it's higher and they call higher, they get to call again and again and again until they lose. So that's what the game chip is. There's 4 of them in here. I'm going to mix those in with all of these names. And let's see. Okay. For the people who want to be involved, who I have not yet had a chance to involve in this, we do have just these few moments before we head off into the Netherland of not being able to return, that I can add people who have not yet gotten in. Matthew G. If Matthew G is here, your chips are still the empty blue ones. I've not had a chance to pull you and make labels for you. Antoine's in. You want it in for 10, sir? Does anybody else want in who has not yet gotten in and is registered to bid? In other words, I have your information. H.J. Reed, I've got your information. I don't know why you're not showing up as a moderator. Now you are a moderator for the channel. Anthony wants 10. JM wants 10. Captain Vic, 59. The price on these is it's $3.50 per coin. You want 10, you'll get $35. $35 is the price. These are all brilliant uncirculated wheat cents of different dates and mint marks. They go back to 1934 up to 1958. Coins and Ghouls wants 10. Let's see. Yes, H.J. Reed, you can participate. Captain Vic, I'll let you participate on the contingency that you send me your information as soon as the show is over. Your information should be sent to coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. H.J. Reed, I've already got your information. If you want in, tell me, please, how many chips you would like to be in for. They're $3.50 each. Captain Vic, let me know if you want in, and I will get you some chips ready. I'm going to go ahead and grab Anthony, JM, and Coins and Ghouls. I'll be right back. Okay. I have everybody but JM. Okay, Doug, I'll get you 5 more. Okay, Captain Vic, that would be perfectly fine. If you want to watch tonight and perhaps join in later, that would be perfectly fine. JM, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some labels for you on the fly. You want it in for 10, so I don't know why you don't have labels already. But we're going to do it this style here. I have my copper pen here ready. And I've just created 10 labels for you. And what I'll do is I'll place these onto these blank blue chips. And these will be yours for tonight. Next time around, you'll have regular copper coins chips. But for now, we do what we do to get us by. It's not going to make any difference. I can't feel any difference between one and the other. And when they come out, we will know who they belong to. So Matthew G, yours are plain blue chips. They don't have a 50 on them. JM, yours have a sticker that says JM. And there they are. There's the other 9. So there's all 10 of yours. So that's JM. Here is Coins and Ghouls, Adam C. His 10. Here is Anthony Arashnia. Here are his 10 going in. And Anthony Matza. Here's your 10. Alright, let me get these lids back on my... I use these dollar-sized tubes to put these in. They fit perfectly in like Silver Eagle tubes. That's about the size of these poker chips. So they fit really well in there like that. Okay, Doug, I'm going to get 5 more for you. Doug, you're a nice guy, and I love you like a brother. You got 7 chips in here. I'm going to give them to you for the price of 5. So there you go. Every once in a while, somebody gets a little prize, just a little freebie. I'll charge you for 5 and give you 7. All right, H.J. Reed wants 10. Okay, here's what we will use for HJ. We're going to be use these, and I'm going to create little labels that say HJ on them. And we'll have 10 of those ready. We'll use colorful dots for HJ and a black pen. Particular chips done. I don't know what part of it came back and what did not. Looks like my camera is still dead, which means that it lost a stream connection to my computer again. I don't know what's going on. We're not going to get finished with the show before this happens again, but we're going to get as much done as we can. We're going to try and keep trying because computers don't beat me. I don't allow computers to beat me. Okay. So, let me take this and get this thing kicked in the arse again. Come on, plug in, you asinine little thing. Okay. Here we go. Trying again. Okay, it's connected to the network. Go back into Droid Cam and we have camera again. So that's what I have to do with this stupid phone to keep it connected. Okay, so here's HJ. I made all these for HJ, so there's 10 of them here. Got you ready to go too. And let's go, boys and girls. We're ready to play. Start off with no video. Okay. Well, let's see if I can make this Dynalite work again. This is not good. There we go. Okay, Crispy. Crispy first coin up. First coin up in the box will be, well, it's a 1957 Philadelphia. 1957 Philly for Crispy. Next up, HJ. HJ and his very first coin is a 1953 San Francisco 1953S. Yes, I'm using a phone camera. 1953S. I should probably just go buy regular cameras and quit trying to use phones. Phones is just a cheap way of doing it because these phones didn't cost me a dime. Adam, that's Coins and Ghouls, gets a 56D. Nice bright 56D. We've had RPMs and double dies found in these in various ones of these coins that I'm pulling out. So don't you think that we're not giving out good coins here. These are good coins. It's just a matter of finding ones that are earlier too. Here's a 57 Philadelphia for Richard. Next up will be deep down in the bag I get a Mickey Fur. And a Mickey Fur, ooh, looky there, gets a 1943S. 1943 San Francisco. That's a $10 coin. All right, next up is JM. A JM now with a 1946 Philadelphia. 46 Philadelphias can be tough to get in gem condition. When you get up to 66 grade, those things are like $60. 67 grade, they're $500. Tyler now, well, he also gets a 1946 Philadelphia. So there's another 46 Philly. This one's for Tyler. Sometimes phone cameras shut off after so long of not snapping pictures. This is actually it's an app called DroidCam, and DroidCam, basically any Droid phone can be used as a camera with OBS. You just have to connect it to the Wi-Fi and get it connected around to the OBS. So Chubby Pop Chaser gets a 56D there. Let's move on to the next coin. Will be for Parvis, and Parvis will get a 1949 Philadelphia. 1949 Philly. I don't know that there's a timer setting with it. I think it's just on the fritz, because it used to work very well constantly, no problems. And in fact, I'm going to activate the phone and just keep the phone active. Here's one for Tyler. The camera down here, my Dynalite is going on the fritz too. So I think it's the interrupts on the computer. I think my computer is getting close to its death date. And I am freaking out because I don't have the money to replace my computer right now. That is my livelihood, so I will have to find money. Hey, Wanda with a 1942D. Speaking of 1942D, who was there? Okay, this isn't going to work. We're not going to be able to do this show like this. This is kind of not good. Okay, yeah, it's not showing anything, so I'm gonna have to restart it again. It's my internet is going poof, and every time my internet goes poof, my Wi-Fi disconnects. And of course, I've got to play with it to reconnect it. There it is again. Okay. There is nothing. It says deactivate when not showing, and it has a timer. The timer's turned off. I mean, everything is the way I've been using it, and it should be. See, the Dynalite's not working again. So it happens like every time. So I'm going to have to do something. I don't know what. There it is again. Okay. So Ant comes up next. And Ant, the next coin in the box, is a 1951. 1951 Philadelphia. It could be a peak hours type thing. So that's why I usually do these during the week. Next up, Anthony Rashnia with one of our double die chips. I accidentally printed over a chip that was already printed. 1940 Denver. Beautiful, nice uncirculated coin, 1940 Denver. For Anthony. Good 3-ring binder pages for slabbed coins. The BCW pages I have are the card pages, and they're perfectly fine. They have always seemed to do very well for me. But I put cards in them. I don't put slab coins in them. Here's a 43D, 1943 Denver for Doug. Yeah, I keep having issues with trying to keep myself connected, but we're going to keep pushing. Wanda now with a 1944D. 1944D. Nice red Lincoln cent. Hello, Jim. Good evening, sir. I may or may not crash at any given time. So, if I crash, I'll work on coming back. Don't leave me. Frostbite. Another 1943S there. 43S for Frostbite. Next up, we have Shay Shay. Shay Shay with a 1958D. Nice 1958D Lincoln cent. Next up, Calipigian. Calipigian gets a 1944D. Oh, it's got a spot on it. Or does it? Yeah, it does. Ugh. I don't like spots. Hello, Mickey. Good evening. I may or may not crash at any given time. If I do crash, just hang on and I'll come back. You'll find me again. 1958D here for Kelly Ray. Let's see. Anthony again. Got Anthony Rashnia again. Let's see here. 1954 Philadelphia. 1954 Philly. Let's see what we have next. Paul Hampton. And a 1957 Philly. 1957 Philadelphia. Let's see if we can get some early stuff out of here now. Oh, wait. Anthony? That's why I couldn't find your chips. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. This is one chip that was not a double die. The others were. 1948 here. 1948 for Anthony. That works. My head is spinning. This is Matthew G. Matthew G. What did we get from Matthew G? A 1947S. 1947S. Nice uncirculated coin there. Yeah, I had to do the yard today too. Hey, look at that. Somebody gets to play the game. Paul, are you here? Mr. Hampton, you have 1 minute to step forward, Mr. Hampton, or we will play the game for you. Paul. Is Paul here? Has anyone heard from Paul yet? Not here. Okay. Let me check and see if he is in the participation list. He is not in the participants list. So, we'll play the game for Paul. Let's see. What do we start with? How about... Oh, man, look at the toning on that. 1955S. 1955, higher or lower, the machine says. It's lower. And it is. 1953S. And the machine says, once again, lower. And it is 1948S. Well, because 46 is in the middle, 48's above the middle, we have to say lower again. So we'll say lower again and 1958D. So that's how the game is played. And Paul, on that one draw, walks away with 4 coins. Walks away with 4 new coins on that draw. And that is the game. That's how the game is played. Now let's move on and see what we get next. Richard, Mr. Sappington, how about a 1945P? 1945 for Richard. Move on to the next will be Ted Evans. Ted, 1946 Philadelphia. 1946P for Ted. Next up, Mickey Fur. Mickey Fur gets a... This is getting to be one of those pain in the ass things that I'm going to end up having to do time and time again today. So, eventually, I guess, it will get easier. See, that was the fastest recovery I've made so far. And here we are. I told you that was for Mickey. The 1955D. All right, now, next, someone say hi. Be sure I know that I'm connected. Techstar. Techstar now with a 1957 Philadelphia. Techstar with a 1957 Philadelphia. And next up, we have Wanda. Wanda with a 1944D. All right, thank you, folks. At least I know I'm here. Next up is Adam. That's Coins and Ghouls. He gets a 1940S. 1940 San Francisco. This is not fun. It's down to... Now it's back. That'll hold for another, minute and a half. Okay, I've got Ant. Try to get through as many of these as I can at a time. There is a 1942 Philadelphia, beautiful red 1942 Philadelphia BU Lincoln Cent. All these BU Lincoln Cents in the 40s, especially the ones pre-war, they generally sell for $3 to $5 a piece. So they're all considered winners. There's a 1941 for Doug. 1941. Let's see, who's up next? JM? JM, sir, 1958, Philadelphia. 1958, Philadelphia for JM. Next up, Mr. Fur. Mickey. How about a 1940 Philadelphia? Wow, that's strong right there. That's a nice coin. That's a strong 1940 Philadelphia right there. Beautiful is what we say. Next out, Carl. First one for the night, I think. For Carl. Gets a 54S. 54, San Francisco. Let's see what we have next. Tyler. Tyler gets a 43D. 1943 Denver. Next up, Adam. Coins and Ghouls. How about a 46S? 1946S. Looks like a little struck through right there on this 46S. Who's up next? HJ again. HJ this time. 1953D. 1953D. Some nice upgrade coins for your albums here. They're for sure pretty nice. Okay, let's do next up. Paul. Mr. Hampton. And another 1943D. This one's for Paul. 1943D, 1943D, 1943S. A lot of goodies. Here's another one for Adam. How about a 1940 Philadelphia, 1940 Philadelphia for Coins and Ghouls. Chubby Pop Chaser. Chubby Pop Chaser gets. There's another 46 Philadelphia for Chubby Pop Chaser. And this time, Sureg. Woohoo! Sureg, 1937D. 1937D, bright red BU coin there. 1937D. Red BU coins are $15 to $25 coins, depending on condition. Here's Sureg again. Did I just pull? I just pulled Sureg, and I just pulled him again. This time he gets a 46D. 1946 Denver for Sureg. Next up, let's see what we do here. Mr. Worley. James. Here's our 44D. 1944D. That could have been an S. Is that a D or an S? That is a D. Okay. All right. Let's see. Mr. Fur again. Mickey. And we're back into our 44D kick. 44D there for Mickey. Next up. Oh, got to get a name out first. Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher, I pulled a 1940 San Francisco, 1940S. You guys ought to go to one of the retailers and find out how high the prices are on an uncirculated roll of things like 1940S, 1937D, things like that. And you'll be very thankful you're getting them out of this pull, because $3.50 is not even close to realistic for what these can cost. Shay Shay. Shay Shay up next gets a 1953D. 1953D for Shay Shay. There we go. Next up will be Chubby Pop Chaser again. And Chubby Pop Chaser this time, that is a 1940S. 1940 San Francisco. Sand Digger, I am not sure. Let's see, hang on. You did. You did. You've got 10 spots in this one. And crispy. Crispy, crispy, crispy. 1940 Denver. Beautiful. Huh. Okay. Okay, so we get to redo this again. I've lost connection like 7 times now.
Want me to reboot the router?
Yeah, might as well. We're just going to reboot the internet and see if this helps. So I'm going to lose everything for a little while. But just stick with me. Okay, I should be... And I'm working on trying to come back with camera. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. If anybody can hear me, let me know. Okay. Thank you, James. I think I have reconnected successfully. We'll see if that might have resolved my issue. I hope it did. I'm going to have to restart my Dynalite again. And it looks like we're back. So, next coin. Next coin, crispy. Crispy, 1940D. Nice little 1940D there. Get rid of my keyboard. I just realized I had a keyboard sitting in front of me and I do not need it. Unless I break down. Every time I break down, it's going to cause an issue. All right, here we go with a bonus. A bonus now will go to Sand Digger. And Sand Digger gets the next 2 coins in the box. He gets a... I give up. I purely give up. I don't think we can keep a stream today. Too much trouble. Just not going to happen. I'm at a point of ultimate frustration here. We are not going to be able to keep a stream. No, it won't work. I mean, it's my internet. My internet connection keeps going out. That's where the problem is. I don't have internet. So it just isn't working. Let's see. Let me redo this. Yeah, okay. So Sand Digger with a 1940D, I'm sorry. 1940D. I can't keep my eyeballs working here. And a 1944 plane. So that's for Sand Digger. All right, tell me now if you guys mind if I go ahead and pull the rest for you if we drop stream again. Shay, because when we drop stream again, I'm not going to try to restart it. 1955S for Shay. That looks like it's cleaned. I'm going to take that out. Shay. Okay, Shay's going to get a 1943D. That 55S did not look like a good coin. It looks cleaned. And because it looks cleaned, see there's wear on the cheek. And it's not luster, it's just shine. Looks like it's been brassoed. So, yeah, we're not going to keep that one. That's a junk coin. That goes in the copper bin. Oh, well, we just got a 1946D, and I did not pick the person. So let's pick the person. That's going to be Mickey Fur. 1946D for Mickey. Okay, so if everything clunks out on me again, I can go ahead and pick the rest of the game for everybody. Pick the rest of the coins. I mean, the coins are just going to come in the order they come. That's just the way it is. But for the game, I know you guys like playing the game live. But makes it a little difficult when we don't have live to play the game. There's Mr. Worley. Mr. Worley picks up a 1953D. That's for Mr. Worley. Now let's take the next one. Richard. Mr. Seppington gets a 1957 Philadelphia. A 57 Philadelphia for Richard. Who is next? We are going to pull JM. JM comes out of it with 1937 Philly. 1937 Philadelphia. Beautiful coin. Nice one right there. All right, much appreciated, people. If I do clock out again, I will pull the rest of everything for you guys, and you will get them in the mail and know what you get once you get it. That's the best I can do with very, very sparse internet connectivity, and I do not know what is going on. I've never had this kind of a problem with my internet before, but there's always a first. Ant picks up 1958D. I wish it were better. Who is next? Mr. Worley. Mr. Worley gets a 1954S. 1954S. Next up, Adam. Don't have a whole lot of choices for carriers out here. 1950D. Because the cows and tobacco don't need internet. And that's about all we have around us. Yes, I am hardwired. The computer is hardwired. $1939. Wow, that's nice. 1939 for Mr. Worley. Let's see what's up next. Adam. 44 Philadelphia for Adam. 44 Philly for Adam. Up next, Ant again. And Ant. Ooh, 37D. 1937 Denver. I'm talking about coins people pay $10 to $15 for and don't bat an eye. Calipigian here. Calipigian next with a 1953 Denver. We're going to try to push through as much of this as we possibly can. Next pull, Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray. How about a 44D? 1944D for Kelly Ray. I'm trying to get through more than 12 coins before I bomb out again. Tyler. Yeah, we may have it solved. I don't know. 1940 Philadelphia. Because we did a restart on the router, it may actually keep us this time. Oops. JM again. JM now. How about a 1940 Philadelphia? 1940 Philly. Josie. Miss Fletcher. 1953 S. 1953 San Francisco Mint. Well, I never had issues here before last week. Last week when I tried to do this, I had issues, and this week, trying to do this, I have issues. There's a 1940S for Paul Adams. 1940S. Nice date. Here's Ted Evans. Ted Evans now with a 1951D. 1951 Denver. Sand Digger is next. No lightning around here. We've got no rain anywhere around here today. 1951 for Sand Digger. Parviz. And Parviz with a 1950 Denver 1950D. Next up, Frostbite. Frostbite 1958 Philadelphia. 1958 Philly. Nope, no rain anywhere in the vicinity that I know of. It's almost dark outside, and it's relatively clear. Mickey gets a 1949S. 1949 San Francisco. Mickey's looking through his book. See if that's an upgrade. Here's a JM. The JM gets 1948 Denver. 1948D. It's not easy doing that, Malcolm. I live out in the middle of nowhere. It's not easy getting anybody out here. And they're all certain that it's not their problem. 52D for Doug. Next up now, Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher with a 1956 Philadelphia. 1956 Philly. Next up, Taco John. Taco John now with a 1956 Denver. Nice bright 1956 Denver. Next up, Mr. Hampton. How about a 1946 Philadelphia? 1946 Philly. Next up, Matthew G. Matthew G, 1940 Philadelphia, 1940 Philly. For Matthew. And a Wanda 1953S for Wanda. Kelly Ray 1954S for Kelly Ray. But you gotta love it. They got all the power. And they don't even know what kind of power they have. They can control your life. Penny Hoarder. 1957 Philadelphia for Penny Hoarder. He ought to be back before too long. He's got real busy for the summer. He said he'd be back when things calm down some. Here's Parviz, 1952D. Parviz contacted me by email the other day. I'm not sure how well he's doing. I hope he's doing better for sure. Doug, 1943D. A little bit of a... That's zinc oxide. Basically, it got a little bit touched with a little wet. Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray, 1954S. 54 San Francisco. Here's Captain Morgan Dollar. 1957 Philadelphia. All right, it's upside down. We try. JM. Again, JM. This time with a 1943S. 1943 San Francisco. One moment, please. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Here we go. Next up, Adam. Oh, Adam gets a 36 Philly. 1936 Philadelphia. Nice coin. Richard. 52D. For Richard with some toning. Richard doesn't have the toning the 52D does. Just so that we're absolutely clear. Sissy. Sissy up next with the 1954 Philadelphia. 54 Philly. Have we made it through more than a dozen coins, Malcolm? Calipigian now. Calipigian gets a 1958 Philadelphia. I'm trying to do these like, I don't know, 4 at a time. Anthony, 58 Denver. Back to Adam, 1944 S. 44 San Francisco. Who's next? Josie. Miss Fletcher gets a 1945 Philly. It's got spotty stuff. I'm going to get another one. 56 Philly. She gets 2 coins because she got a black spotted coin. When it's got black all over the face, it's like, Mickey. 44 Philadelphia for Mickey. Nice looking one. That's right, the San Francisco treat. Ant, he gets a Rice-A-Roni coin. 1954 S. A pretty one, too. For Ant. Next up, Frosty. 1941 Philadelphia. Nice earlier coin. That is 82 years ago, boys and girls. All right, JM. 44D. I'm working on reconnecting. Come on. This is absolutely not good. I keep having to do this. Nothing good about it. Let's see. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Now that I know how to fix this issue. All right, next up. Parviz. I'm a fighter. 1945, Philadelphia. 1945 P for Parvis. But I only fight for so long before I realize that, okay, I am officially done with this internet connection for tonight. I don't know how many can hear me. I don't know if anyone can hear me. It looks like I still have camera. But I'm having a serious lag issue now. Yeah, about 20-30 seconds of lag. So I'm going to kill this and finish the pull, and I'll send everybody emails. I'll send out an email, an update email to everybody who is in on this. I'll get invoices out tonight as well, and I will get things packed up, and I will see you guys from the road sometime. I'm not leaving tomorrow because I'm not going to be able to get everybody's stuff packed and in the mail by tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll get everything done, get everything in the mail, and then I'll leave here Tuesday morning very early. Yeah, I know I've got one camera, but it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. I mean, yeah, we can keep going until I shut down again. We'll do it until I shut down one more time. Adam, a 45S. 45S for Adam. This is our last opportunity. All right, next up, Carl. 57D for Carl. I'd rather do this on camera just because it's more fun. Jordan. 1947S. 47S. But I'm going to get on the road early Tuesday morning. All of this will be in the mail by tomorrow afternoon. Here's Anthony Arashnia again with a 1945 Philadelphia. 45 Philly. And, well, there's Anthony again. Anthony this time pulls a 46 Philly. 1946. You guys can still hear me, can't you? I wouldn't want to be doing this for my own health. Come on, chips. We do not have an agreeable relationship between me and my chips right now. Okay. All right. Dennis. Dennis gets a 47S. 1947S. I'm having a love-hate relationship with this whole idea right this very moment. That'll go away soon. 1950 Philadelphia for Jim Fletcher. I am going to come up with a way where we can do a filmed game. Here's HJ. HJ gets San Francisco Treat 1953S and a pretty one with a nice cracked head. But we're going to be able to play the game, and I've got to come up with exactly how I want to deal with it. But we will have a Play the Game show. 1953D for Cat Morgendollar. Ted Evans now. He gets a different 1950D. That's for Ted. Cat Morgendollar again. 1951D. 51D for Cat Morgendollar. Here's Anthony again. Anthony pulls 1950S. 1950 San Francisco. Techstar. Techstar gets a 1943D. 1943 Denver. Get as many of these done as we can. DN. DN with 1958D. 58D. That's right. It's got Anthony's double die chips. Richard. 1951 Philadelphia. Oh, here's another one from Matt G. Matthew G. Pulls a 58D. And Otis is up next. Otis with a 1943 Philadelphia. 1943 Philly. Now Sissy. The 53 Philly. 53 Philadelphia. You like your chips? Oh, good. I won't replace them then. I was going to replace them with ones that weren't double die. Here's one for Jordan. 1941 Philadelphia. 1941 Philly. For Jordan. Taco John. 55 Denver. 55D. And dig deep here. Jordan again. That was by chance. 1954 Philadelphia. That's got a nice surface there. It's a pretty one. 54 Philadelphia is hard to get in upper grades. Back to Otis again. And Otis with a 1956 Philly. 1956 Philadelphia. And back to Matthew G. Matthew G now with a 1940 San Francisco. 1940 S. You still like the blank chips? Oh, look at that. There's another one. Mr. Matthew picks up, let's see, what's it back here? Here we go. Oh, it's a 56D. Nice shiny one, but it's a 56D. All right, who's next? Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher with a 1943D. That one's got some issue. It's a nice uncirculated coin, but it's got a little bit of a fingerprint issue. Larry on there. Larry gets a hold of him every time. Damn you, Larry. Hey, look at that. I just pulled a $10 chip. And it goes to Parvis. How about that? So I'm going to write Parvis down here. Take the chip out and give him a coin. His coin is a 1941 S. Small S. That's how that part works. Parvis gets $10 off his next bill. Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray is next, and Kelly Ray gets a 1940 Denver. 1940D. Next up, Anthony, another double die chip. 1957D. 1957D is the coin. Next up, Paul Adams. Mr. Adams gets a 1951D. 1951D. Well, Mr. Worley comes up next. Mr. Worley gets a 1958D. 58D for Mr. Worley. Next, Sissy. Sissy gets a 1954 Philly. 1954 Philadelphia. Malcolm not getting any chips. Oh, you did that on purpose, didn't you? You did that on purpose. I reached down deep for you. It's got a 58D behind it. 58D behind it there. All right, I'm going to dig deep again and see what I get. Here's Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder with a 1954 Denver. 54D. Is that really your first one? Seriously? Wow. You must be buried. Here's Shay Shay. Shay Shay gets a 1953 Philadelphia. 1953 Philly. Next up, Wanda. Wanda with a 1942D. 42D for Wanda. That's right. We need to burn Malcolm at the stake and see if he dies. If he doesn't die, he's a witch. Ted Evans. Hey, people from back then were just kind of a little bit on the dumb side. Sissy. Sissy up next. Look at that. 43S. 43S. We love you, Malcolm. If he weighs more than a duck. There you go. 1953 Philadelphia. 1953 Philly for Sureg. Bonus. Who gets the bonus? Jim Fletcher. That's who. Jim gets a That's a 1953D and a 1956 Philadelphia. Not the best coins in the world, but there's two of them there. Next up, Sand Digger again. Sand Digger, how about a 1953S? The San Francisco Treat. That's right, it is science. If you weigh more than a duck, you're a witch. Doug, but we won't know how much you weigh until we put you on a scale, so don't worry. It's fair. 1941 Philly and a nice one too there for Doug. Let's go to the next chip is Sand Digger. Sand Digger gets a 1955S. 1955 San Francisco. Next up, Anthony. Anthony gets a 1950D. Pretty one too. Sand Digger again. Malcolm, I'm starting to feel your pain, brother. 1952D here for Sand Digger. We seem to have run out of Malcolm chips long before the game's over. Here's Cap Morgan Dollar. His are coming along rather slowly today. 1957D for Cap Morgan Dollar. Calipigeon. 1944 Philadelphia. 1944P. Kelly. $1953S. 1953S. Oh, somebody's going to play the game. Who is going to play the game? I guess because I just pulled a game chip, I'm going to go ahead and give us a restart on this. It's going to be Ant. Ant to play the game. I think Ant is here, so Ant can play on his own. We're going to start with a 1957D. Where are you going to go, higher or lower? Higher or lower for Ant 1957D? You don't really have a whole lot of choice. There we go. Lower. How about 48S? 48S. Are we going higher or lower now? 48S. Make sure you give me a year date, like a 48. You are Chubby Pop Chaser. 48 higher. 48 higher, he gets a 57 Philadelphia. 57 Philadelphia higher or lower. 57 higher, 57 lower. I got my camera back for some stupid reason. 57 lower. Let's see what he gets. A 53D higher or lower. 53 higher or lower. $53 lower, and it is 52. 52 higher or lower. Oh, you're supposed to say, like, okay, so this one is 52. You're supposed to say 52 higher or 52 lower. So I can see for sure that, okay, so 52 higher. So I can see for sure that we're talking about the same coin. 58D. Well, I'm automatically going to say lower on that because you can't win with a lower. Oh, you can't lose, I'm sorry, with a lower. And it's a 41S. So 41S, we higher or lower? 41S. $41, he's going to go higher. And it's a 58. So we're going to say lower automatically. Lower. And it's a 46. All right, now you're right in the middle. 46 higher or 46 lower. 46 lower. We're doing, oh, was that the 50? Well, see, this is where the date comes in. Okay, 46 higher. 46 higher. And we're 1956. So 1956, I got to take some of your pile away here so we can see it. 56 higher or 56 lower? 56 lower, got a 1945. 1945 higher or 1945 lower? $45 higher, and look, you got another 58. So 58, we're going to say lower automatically. And we get 46. So 46. 46 higher or 46 lower? That's a large S, too. That works. 46, he's saying higher, and it's a 46. So we'll take the 46 and we'll go higher again, and it's a 53. So a 53 higher or 53 lower? $53 lower, and his next pull is a 57. So, Ant Cap Morgan dollar is jelly hilly jelly of you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 coins. 16 coins there for Ant. I'm going to put them off to the side because they won't even go in my box just right. And I'll put Ant's chip with it so I'll remember that that's who it went to. And the game chip goes off to the side. Congrats, Ant. That was pretty good. Yep, Surag's record is still there. Surag, what did you get? 19? 18? All right, Malcolm is up next. That's how the game works. 56. 56 for Malcolm. 18. Okay. Tech Star now. Tech Star is a 1940 S. 1940 San Francisco. Next up, Ted Evans. Ted. At 56 for Ted. Next up, Otis. 45 S for Otis. 1945 San Francisco. Kelly Ray. It's a 52D. 52D for Kelly Ray. Next up. You look at that. We got Ant again. Ant this time gets a 41 Philadelphia. 41 Philly. Next up, Dennis Paulson. Dennis gets a 48 Philadelphia. Nice 1948 Philly there. We've done it again. And that's not going to happen to me again. I just know it's not going to happen again. All right. There's Kelly. Kelly Michaud. And Kelly with a 47S. 47S for Kelly. Yeah, I'm still here because I'm fast now. I'm going to redo this crap faster. There's Parviz with a 48S. 1948S for Parviz. Yeah, I went to the nether regions and I came back and you guys barely had time to notice I was gone. So that's the way I prefer that it work. Here's Sureg. Sureg now with a 1941D. 1941D. Next up, HJ. HJ gets a beautiful 1946D. A nice looking 1946D there. Yes, I'm becoming a pro at unscrewing my screwed up computer. Jordan, 1956D. Looks like it could be an RPM. Jordan with that 56D. And we will go next to back to Ant. Ant, now how about a 1947D? 47D for Ant. Still have a collective 42 people watching me bounce in and out of the internet. Here's Ted Evans. Ted Evans up now with a 1955D. 55D for Ted Evans. Next up, Doug. Doug gets a 1941D. There's a 1941D. Your mail person. Oh, I'm fed up with USPS. I think they all ought to be fired. 45D for Jim. Well, at least your people brought the package to you. JM.
1948 Philadelphia.
48 Philly. Chubby Pop Chaser.
1946.
46 for Chubby Pop Chaser. Next up, back to Ted again. Where's Malcolm?
1946 Philadelphia for Ted.
I think they need to completely revamp the entire United States Postal Service. They need to get rid of everybody who doesn't do the job. Bring in people who will. Getting really tired of them not doing their work properly. I actually thought about going to work for the Postal Service last year, but I decided that they would want me more than I would want to be there. Not worth it. I am way too retired to want to go to work for someone, especially the Postal Service. 1956. Now Captain Morgendollar. Yeah, you have a different one every day because they can't keep people. Because they treat them horribly.
1958D.
58D for Captain Morgendollar there. Who's next?
Ant.
And Ant with a 58 Philly. Well, hello, Lady Spitfire. Josie Fletcher.
1955 S with a lamination peel.
55 San Francisco. I went to Stone Mountain and the whole damn thing was closed. It's because it was on Labor Day. Who would close a park on Labor Day? I mean, the trams that go up to the top and back, well, you could drive around the park all you wanted to. You could look at Stone Mountain, but you couldn't ride to the top because the damn thing was closed. Why would you close it on Labor Day? That's when people want to go there. Anyway, Ted Evans. I've not been back since.
1941D.
41D for Ted Evans. Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams gets a
1943 Philadelphia.
43 Philadelphia. Nice uncirculated coin there. Shay. 1937D. 37D.
And a $10 chip.
Goes to
Sissy.
and Sissy's coin. Sissy's coin is, it's a 56D. But she gets the $10. Let me write that down. And keep moving. Yes, moving. Faster than ever before. Faster than any man has gone before. Malcolm. Malcolm with a 56
Philadelphia. Mr. Adams.
How about a 39?
Philadelphia. 39 Philly. Calipigian. 44D.
For Calipigian. That's right. Super Chuck is flying. Going fast. Trying to beat the next downturn in the internet. Richard.
How about 1936 with toning? Yeah. Nice.
Super nice. Crispy Mofo. Crispy's going to pick up a 1947.
Philadelphia, 1947.
Cap Morgan Dollar.
1953D.
1953D. Everybody needs 30s. Everybody needs 30s. Wanda pulls a
1957 Philadelphia.
1957P. Next up,
Taco John.
Taco John. How about a 19? Dude, seriously, come on. My box isn't playing nice. Okay, Taco John
John gets a 37 Philadelphia.
37 Philly. Crispy. There have been 2 games. Yeah, there have been 2 games. One was for I don't remember. Who was the first one for? The second one was for Ant. Carl. Lady Spitfire, you have a great evening. Carl now.
19.
58D. 58D. That was very, yeah, I was right. It was Paul. So we played twice. One for Paul Hampton and one for Ant. Speaking of Paul, how about a 57?
7D for Paul.
And now
Kelly Ray.
Kelly Ray. Miss Kelly Ray.
She gets a
46 Philadelphia. 46 Philly.
HJ.
HJ gets a
1937. Not the prettiest one.
but it's a 37 Philly. 1937. Calipigian.
56 Philly there. Back to Wanda. Wanda now with a 1949 Philadelphia, 1949 Philly.
Parviz.
46D.
That's ugly. He gets another one.
42D.
That's not as ugly.
Oh boy, got $10.
$10, and who does the $10 go to?
HJ.
HJ, sir, you just won yourself $10. Good towards your next purchase. And there it is. All right, so HJ's coin.
How about a 1955S? 1955S for HJ.
Plus his $10. That's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. The chicken dinner. Paul Adams.
Loves to share.
1946 there for Paul. With Sissy. And her
1951D.
Oh, yeah. Here's Malcolm. And his 42D. And Sissy. And her 52P.
I'm being
A little bit cantankerous today. There we go. And we have Ted Evans with a 46D. Oops. The 46D. And JM drives him around in a 56P. Talking about Anthony's 57. Yeah. And I'm moving as fast as Richard's 42D. And Mr. Worley and his 58D. Come back around the corner. To talk with HJ and his 55S. San Francisco. In the San Francisco, Doug gets a 43. In the San Francisco, not another one pops out, but Doug takes a 46. 46 for Doug.
Well, here's
Matthew G. And he goes higher up
with a 54.
And Larry gets a hold of his 54, but not his hair, because Dennis is watching his back with his 51. See, it just goes nice and fast when I'm making up a song through it, right?
1956D
For Sureg. Makes it a little more active, I guess, in some form or fashion. I'm definitely no crooner, but I used to be able to carry a tune in a bucket once in a while. 1952D for Tyler there. I see that everyone in the chat has completely fallen off the face of the earth, which I don't blame you at all. To get that horrible sound out of my speakers, Crispy gets a 57. Either that or they're thinking that I should be the next American Idol, and what am I doing? Flipping chips.
Richard, 1953S.
In which case I would probably tell every one of you that you're deaf. Chubby Pop Chaser, or at least tone deaf.
How about a 55S
for Chubby Pop Chaser? Gotta get me some space. Well, what do you know? We got a camera. Camera decided to show up over there. Camera doesn't deserve to be shown on camera. There's Matthew G. Si tu l'as dit.
1941. 1941 for Matthew G.
Let's check what's up next. Taco John gets a 40. My favorite year of Chevrolet Custom Deluxe 1940.
And Carl.
Carl can't be beaten with his
41.
the 41D for Kelly.
He gets a 43D.
Josie, young lady, gets a
57D. What's a nice shiny
coin. That's a pretty one. My dear, as pretty as you. Maybe. Don't know. Turn around here, Miss Sissy. Let me see.
There's a 40D.
It's got spots, but you don't.
A Wanda.
I'm getting all my ladies here. All my ladies.
Wanda has a 57 Philadelphia.
That is nowhere near as sweet as she. Now let's take a moment to restuff my card so that Mr. Adams can get a 43S. 1943S. The year of the Battle of the Bulge.
Here's Malcolm.
Malcolm's 45D. Sissy's covered in freckles,
So she does have spots.
spots like a cheetah. 1956 for Kelly Ray. I got all my ladies there. I love that. Did I miss any ladies? I don't think I've missed any ladies recently. Chubby Pop Chaser is no lady. Ooh, Chubby Pop Chaser gets a pretty
1939.
1939. How about that for a date? Let's see. Kelly Michaud. Monsieur Michaud.
1954.
1954. Well, there's Kelly again. Kelly again with a 1953. Yes, he can speak a little bit of Spanish. Just a word or two. Only enough to order at the taco truck.
There's gorditas.
Burritos. Tacos and quesadillas with the jarritos. Mr. Adams with a 46P. Of course, I don't expect them to be able to say anything more than cheeseburger with fries and Pepsi. And we can communicate perfectly. Techstar. Techstar up next. Nobody goes hungry in my Spanish language. A Spanish lullaby. All right, here we go. Malcolm. Oh, Malcolm. I have picked you again, sir. You get a 1940 Philadelphia. 1940 Philadelphia. Jim Fletcher. How about a 46 Denver? Pretty one, too. 1946 Denver. The year my mother was born. Sandigger. Sandigger gets a 53. Sandigger, that's the year Wheaties put those license plates in their cereal. Penny Hoarder is absent.
1951.
And Miss Josie, young lady Josie,
54S.
another San Francisco treat. All right, we're getting about 4 dozen. About 48 left. 48.50 maybe. Maybe Crispy gets a 46D. 46D, 46D. Crispy gets a 46D. Anybody bit a 46D? 46D with Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder now with a 50. We have done it again! Would you look at that coin? Would you look at that coin? 1952S. That's a beautiful 52S, and those things are expensive. They're over $200 a roll now. Tyler feels a game coming. Sureg. Well, Sureg just gets a 56D there. Not as good as I had hoped for him. I'll drop this just a little bit here. There we go. Gonna have to refocus. There's Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher and a 1951 Philadelphia for Mr. Fletcher. We do have more games in here. I think we have 2 more. 57 Philadelphia for Parvis. What would you say if I sing out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? That was not a bad 42 there. Here's Sureg again. Sureg, you get something good this time? 43S, big bro. A price list for rolls, as in what other people sell them for. Marshall's sells rolls. Marshall's out of Nebraska. They sell rolls. Shay. 1940S. Shay. $52D for $10. You did a great job. It's a 57D for Sureg. Mickey Fur gets a 43D. 43 Denver. HJ. 56D for HJ. For how much rolls are worth, Numismatic News puts out a roll pricing guide. Sand Digger. If you take Numismatic News, their market review, once every month, I think, they used to have a roll pricing guide in it. Here's Chubby Pop Chaser. The problem with the roll pricing guides these days is they don't follow the actual prices that rolls are selling for. A lot of the rolls, like in the 60s, are selling for quite a bit more than the price guides will show you. 58D for Calipigeon. The reason for that is because the market has way outsoared the publishers, and the publishers are not caught up. 1955. They finally caught up with a few of them, but some of the more what we would call common dates are woefully behind the price guide. The price guide for, say, a 1960D large date roll, 1960D large date rolls, I think it's showing them like $1.50. Find me a 1960D large date roll for $1.50 and I'll kiss your feet. How do I get accurate prices? I use dealer wholesale. 1955S for Sand Digger. And I've been doing it for so long you could give me a date in a year and I could tell you pretty much how much I would pay for a roll, how much I would sell a roll for, and what they're worth to, say, insurance.
Kelly gets a 55S.
A lot of times just demand drives the pricing.
Otis, 1942D.
42D for Otis. Hello, Party Pickle.
Good day, sir.
Congrats on your graduation. Carl, 55S. Yeah, sold prices on eBay can help, but the problem with sold prices on eBay is that about half the time you've got people who don't know what they're doing bidding way too high on rolls that are no good rolls. They were put together rolls. But the pricing can give you an idea. There's a 44 Philadelphia for Penny Hoarder. Oh, boom, boom, game. We have a game to play. We have a game to play with
Tyler.
Tyler, are you around? Tyler. Earth calling, Tyler. Tyler gets to start
With a 57D. 57D, Mr. Tyler.
Say 57 and then say higher or lower. There he is. 57. No, do you want 57 higher? Are you sure? Because only 1958 is higher than 57. Okay. Lower you mean. Got it.
46.
46 now, higher or lower than 46? How do you get your name on one of those cool casino chips? You come back on, well, not this Tuesday, not next Tuesday. I'm going to be out for a couple of weeks, but it happens during the auction on Tuesdays. So 46, he's going to go higher.
And he did with the 1956.
1956, you're going to go higher or lower, sir? Party Pickle, you just come back to the auctions, my friend. I sell these during the auctions. $56, he says lower. At 56 lower, look at that.
It's a 43S.
43 now. 43 higher or 43 lower. And what we're doing now, for those who haven't seen it before, we're playing the game. The game is a draw out where you get to play
For coins.
Here's a 53. So you did get higher. You want higher or lower with 53. Where what you're doing is you're guessing the date on the next coin in the box. You're guessing it by saying that date is either higher or it's lower than the date that I have on the coin I'm looking at now. So he's going to say 53 higher or 53 lower. And we're going to draw the next coin and see whether it actually is. So he says 53 lower. Next draw is a 58. So it is higher. So he did not get that, which means that he stops at 6 coins. Nice going there, Tyler. Stopped at 6 coins, got 6 coins out of that. One single $3.50 poker chip draw. That's how it works. Yeah. I just killed everybody with headphones on. All right, Frosty. Frosty gets a
1942. 1942, Philadelphia.
That's for Frosty. Next up,
Malcolm.
how about a 50
Philly. 1950, Philadelphia. Get this better focus here.
Focus tends to wane with this. It doesn't like to stay in perfect focus.
Here we go with Calipigian.
And kill everybody with the headphones on again.
Calipigian with a 1956.
Alexa, play smooth jazz. Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton now gets a 1955
S.
That's an ugly 55S. It's a cleaned coin. Why do I have cleaned 55S's? Oh, well,
Look at that. He gets another 55S, and this was not cleaned.
all right. Next up, Jordan.
Jordan with a 1953 Philadelphia.
1953 Philly. Josie. Miss Josie with a
4D here.
54D.
And Doug.
Doug
With a 53D.
and
Carl.
how about a 49
49S for Carl.
49S 1949S. Up next,
Dennis.
oops. Dennis with a
44D.
1944. Next up,
Taco
John.
37.
Philadelphia, 1937, Philadelphia. Trying to beat the internet.
Carl. 55S. That's a nice one.
Nice 55S there. I like that one.
Wanda.
Wanda gets
It's a 1953 Philadelphia 1953P.
All right. Let's see here. Techstar.
41 Philly for Techstar.
That's a pretty one. Nice condition. Well, there's Techstar. What do you know? Reach in the back of the bag.
For that one. 45D.
45D for Techstar now. Alrighty then.
Shay Shay.
Shay Shay up next with... Is that? No more coins over there. Okay, so I'll go to this side. Oh, Shay Shay's going to get a 1936.
36 Philly, and that's a pretty one too.
1936. TIA rescued 4 duck eggs off her off her grandmother's roof. She hatched them. She walks them around in the house with diapers and leashes. Oh, boy. I have to have a picture of that. It didn't happen without a picture. Tell Tia hello for me. Carl?
1947 Philadelphia.
1947 Philly diapers. How do you find a diaper to fit a duck, especially a little one? Oh, that was quick. Wow. We popped out of there and popped right back in. Let's see who gets to play. Taco John. Taco John, are you around, Taco John? Taco John? 321 123 321. Taco John. They got diapers for chickens and ducks. I could not possibly have imagined that. Is Taco here? I'll give him 15 seconds to come back and say he's here, or I will play the game for him. I did not even think there could be diapers for birds. Seriously. And I had a bird that just laid it wherever he felt like, even if he was just on your head. He would lay it wherever he felt like. Oh, Muscovy ducks. Those are the ones that are endemic to Florida. And they're kind of ugly little things. They use duct tape. You're funny. That's funny right there. All right. Taco John, he's going to get the autoplay feature. 1941D, we say higher. 56 Philly, we say lower. 52 San Francisco, we say lower. 49D, we say lower. 46 Philly, we say 46 is right in the middle. Right in the middle. So it's a gut feeling on my part. I'm going to say higher. Oops. Well, at least he gets a 37 Philly. But it's lower. That 37 Philly. Well, we got 6 coins out of there for Taco John. 6 coins for Taco John. And I do believe there is some chance we could be finished with the game today. I think. Did we play? We played 4 games. Yep. So we're out of game chips for the day. So, yep, roll up the sidewalks. We're done. Here we go with Crispy. Crispy. 57D for Crispy. A road trip Chuck broadcast or 2 and let us tour the Midwest with me. Actually, my broadcast is probably going to be coming to you from Tennessee because I will be driving through the Appalachians and you get no signal. 49S. There for Josie Fletcher. Yeah, so it'll be in Tennessee by the time I get to a point in the day where I'll be able to actually do a broadcast. I don't plan on being on until at least 7 or 8 in the morning, and I will probably be in Tennessee by then anyway. Sand Digger, and that really kind of depends on how things are going with the drive. 42 Denver. Speaking of 42 Denver, did you see that roll? Sureg. I showed a picture of the doubling to Brian. No comment. To Brian Allen. Showed a picture. He comes back and he says, "Is that a 41?" I said, "No, sir. 1942D." Now, what is it? Matthew G. 58P for Matthew G. HJ. Come on, HJ. There we go, 57. It's a 57, Philadelphia. Next up, Taco John. Ooh, there's a 37 for Taco John. That might be his second one. Yeah, we had a roll that had only 14 normal coins in it. All the rest were die varieties. Double dies, repunchment marks. It was a hoot. All right. Deanne. That's a 57D for Deanne. Next up, Frosty. 43S. Little bit of corrosion. 43s are so hard to find without corrosion. Carl. Carl with a 53, San Francisco. Come on, don't do that to me.
Don't do that to me.
Me. There we go. $49D for Tyler. $49D for Tyler. Up next. Oh, you stepped away, Taco John. Well, I got 6 coins for you out of there. Calipigian.
57D.
Or 57 plain.
Shay. 56 Philly.
For Shay Shay. No. Frosty again. Frosty, 46.
Philadelphia.
46 Philly. And then,
What's that?
that's a bonus. That's a bonus, and that bonus goes to Frosty. Frosty now gets the next 2 coins. First one's a 46S,
And the second one is a 1937 Philadelphia. 46S and a 37 Philly.
that's cool. Frosty, you got yourself another nice one.
Whoops. There we go.
Dennis,
56D for Dennis. Taco John. A 57D.
ooh, that's ugly. That's going in the garbage right there. How about a 53D?
D for Taco John.
53D there.
Kelly. Kelly Michaud, 1943S, and a beautiful one.
Really nice gem. 1943S there. Next up, Kelly Ray. What does Kelly Ray get?
How about a 1936 Philadelphia? And a pretty one at that.
36 Philly for Kelly Ray. Next up, Ted Evans.
1942 Philadelphia
For Ted. 42 Philly.
Kelly.
Michaud.
44 Philly.
1944 Philadelphia. Next up, Sissy.
Sissy gets a 1956.
Well, I don't have a lot left. Yeah, we do. I'm just fronting my bags so that they're easier to reach.
And
I had a whole bunch in the corner I didn't see. So
55S there.
for Jordan. 55S. And now,
Mr.
Worley. Mr. Worley gets a
1937.
nice uncirculated coin. It was a roll ender, so it's got a bit of crust on it.
Frosty.
Back with Frostbite again.
1958 Philadelphia this time.
Parviz. Parviz now with a 1946 Philly. Next up, Tyler.
How about a 1951D?
51D for Tyler. Next up, Mickey Fur.
Mickey in a 58D. Pole. Pole with a 49 Philly.
Alright.
Gotta make some room in the box.
Make some room in the box. There we go. I'm ready. Are we back? Are we back again? Are we back again? We are back again. Okay, so we're back again. I've had a hell of a time trying to keep this stream activated this evening. I'm ready to start throwing stuff out the window. All right, Crispy's up next. And Crispy gets a 55. 1955, Philadelphia. Who's up next but Parviz? Parviz will get a 1942 Denver. Speaking of 42D, did you see that roll today? Chubby Pop Chaser. CPC gets a 53D. 53D, my man. Let's see what we do next. Up next will be Jordan. And Jordan will get a 1946D. 46D. Next weekend will not be the Springfield show. It was actually today. And I was called today to be let known that I'm going to miss the Springfield show because it was today. So there will be no show in Springfield, Illinois next week. And it'll just be St. Louis. 56 Philly there for Jim Fletcher. St. Louis show will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then we will return to Southern Illinois on Sunday. 46D. All right, that's ugly. That's going away. Yeah, there's a 57D. And let me give you a second one. Let me pull one out of the wild here. Hey, how about that? There's a 46 Philly. Just because I threw a 46D back in the lake and got a 57. So I get you another coin. St. Louis, we will definitely be there. Mr. Worley, we'll be doing dinner together. A group of a few of us and a few other people I know. There's 56 for Mr. Worley. And Taco John, if you happen to make it to the St. Louis area, if you happen to make it down there for the show, you're more than welcome to join us for dinner. Josie? Anybody else who happens to be at the St. Louis show is welcome to join us at dinner. 41 Philadelphia. Just message me and let me know you're on your way. Yeah, but we're going to be in St. Charles. It's outside of town. It's not right there. It's not in St. Louis. Crispy 1957. Coins and Girls will be there. I will be there. Robbie will be there. Farm Dog will be there. Here's Sureg, 1946 Philly. For Sureg. Not sure if and or who else will be there, but JJ Addict said he might be there. Sand Digger, 46 plane. Sand Digger's from Springfield, Missouri, and he will be perhaps making the 3-hour drive up. Josie, 46 Philadelphia for Josie. We're actually starting to run low on the number of chips I have remaining. Frosty gets a 43S. 1943, San Francisco. We may actually make it through this entire pull. Wanda with a 45. Philadelphia, 45 Philly. Oh, I've been to Cahokia a few times. I used to live in Missouri. Shay Shay, 1937, Philadelphia. 37 Philly for Shay Shay. Kelly Ray. Miss Kelly Ray. Also a 37 Philadelphia. How about that duplicate there? 37-37. Otis. Otis gets a 43D. How about that? 1943D. It's a cool one. Yeah, it is. You're trying to give me a heart attack. I know what you're doing. Tyler, how about a 1941? 41. Had a bit of 41 now. And Captain Morgan gets his 42. Cap Morgan with a 42. Doug gets a 46S. 46 San Francisco. Alright, let's keep making a little bit more room here. I am starting to run out of space. I have to get another box. Taco John. Taco John gets a 1955. There's another cleaned one. Crap. One of my rolls of 55S was junk. I'm going to have to go through and find all of them. Hey, there's another 37. Good Lord. Taco John, you're loaded down with the 30s now. Richard gets a 58 Philly. I'm starting to run down to the end of the road here. Techstar gets a 1943D. 43 Denver. I mean, you can't fight the idea of getting $3.50 BU coins in the 30s. That's just... You're crazy if you don't. Let's see, there's 1942 Denver for Matthew G. Sporting the blank chips. Kelly Michaud. Monsieur Michaud. 1957. 1957. Sissy. $45S. 45. San Francisco for Sissy. Please stand by. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. We'll return you to your regularly scheduled programming in just a moment. James Worley, 1953S. 1953S for Mr. Worley. Let's see what we have next here. There we go. Just takes me a while to get these things. Oh, Matthew G. Matt G. 1946 Philly. 1946 Philadelphia. And here we have a nearly empty bag. We've got about, I'm going to say about 20 chips left. Here's Captain Morgan dollar. 1950. Nice little bit of color going on there. Next here, Mr. Adams. 1946 Denver. I'm not even going to say anything. Penny Hoarder. 1946D. Ooh, look at the colors. Nice colors. Mr. Adams. 1954D. Tyler. 57 Philadelphia. Mr. Adams. Last coin here.
37, Philadelphia.
37, Philly. Who is next?
Jordan. Jordan with a 1945, Philadelphia.
And next, Mickey Fur. Mickey Fur
Gets a 37, Philadelphia.
looks like I had a few 37s. Who is next? Malcolm. Malcolm
With a 1940, Philadelphia.
Mr. Worley.
46, Denver.
Mr. Worley.
Crispy. 1939. Look at the colors. Oh my goodness.
Pretty colors. All right. Have to make a little bit more room in the back of the box here. There we go. Got a little more room in the back of the box. Hopefully this will do the job. How many more do I have? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 17. 17 plus a bonus chip. There remains a bonus chip, and I'm mixing it all up again, so whatever I grab is going to be at random. Because I looked in the bag. Techstar. Techstar with a 58, Philadelphia. And now, oh, there's Techstar again. Techstar this time
There's a 46, Philadelphia.
next.
Cat Morgan Dollar.
Cat Morgan Dollar with a 56, Philadelphia. Josie
With a 57, Philadelphia.
Frostbite
1940, D. With color.
Nice.
Next there,
Penny Hoarder
gets a 43D. 1943, Denver.
Shay Shay next.
58, Philadelphia.
A bonus. Who gets the bonus? Techstar. Techstar gets the bonus. Look at this. He gets a 46D
And a 46P. So if he's already got a 46S in there anywhere,
he has a full set PDFs. How about that? Techstar. Congratulations, sir. Pull more out of the back of the box here. Make a little bit more room because I need it. That'll be enough to finish the job. Had to get everything spaced out just a little bit so I could actually stick a chip with a coin back in the box. Here's a penny hoarder. And a penny hoarder is going to get a
1954, Philadelphia.
1954 Philadelphia. And
Next up is Richard.
Richard this time with a
1953, San Francisco.
1953 San Francisco. There's a
Malcolm
chip. Malcolm with a
1957D.
1957D. And I have less than a handful of chips left. I have Jordan here.
Jordan with a 1946 Philadelphia. Carl, 1940S.
1940, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder.
1937D. Look how pretty that is. That's a beautiful 37D.
That's a $15 coin right there. Pretty. All right, next up.
Ant.
What is Ant going to get?
Ant gets a 1941D.
41D. Yes, of course I remember. San Francisco treat. Rice-a-roni. Chubby Pop Chaser. Chubby Pop Chaser will pull out
A 1941 Philadelphia 1941P.
And good boys and girls, I have one chip remaining, and the bag is empty. We are finished.
Jordan.
Last one. Jordan gets a 1945.
Philadelphia.
And there it is. There it is. Now, if my camera farts out on me, or my internet decides to take a dump, you're not going to miss anything, because we'll be finished. All right, folks. Today I finish my broadcasts, which I have done. Tomorrow I finish the mail, which I will do. And then Tuesday I'm on the road. So here we go, and here it is. This is what it is. I appreciate everybody being here with me, and I will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody, and have a good week this coming week. I hope I will for sure. I'll talk to you later.